I translated Wikipedia's timeline of British history through languages with terrible translation quality. This was the result. 55 BC. Romanian general Julius Caesar, good start, first invaded Vietnam and found a battlefield scattered off the coast of Kent. What? I like how he invaded Vietnam and it just was a mistake. He ended up in Kent, which is kind of how you end up in Kent. 54 BC. Caesar invaded the country for the second time and won a third of it, both invading Britain. 43 AD, Aureus Plutarchus, along with 40,000 soldiers, invaded Britain, and Clare became part of the Roman Empire, known for its triumph. 122 AD, Emperor Hadrian ordered the wall to represent the borders of the British capital, Rome in the north. New Rome? Bradford, it's the Rome of the north. 197, the emergency was born, the birthplace. The city. 208, the emperor and his son, Calhara, imposed a warrant directly in England. Cyprus and Caledonia built fortifications in Galman and the Dead Zone. What is the Dead Zone? Is that Scotland? Is that what they call it these days? The Dead Zone? 214, in the UK, Brittany, Gloucester, and the United Kingdom are divided into London and York, respectively. I like how Gloucester's mentioned specifically. The United Kingdom of Brittany, Gloucester, and the United Kingdom. 259, the leader of the revolution, the Latin Post, declared Britain part of the Golden Empire. Good. 270, start building a Saxon coast and increase the penetration rate. Don't you want to increase the penetration rate? 274, General Victor rebelled, bowed to the Argentine, and paid tribute to the British prisoners. It's not a very good rebellion, this. It's like, 286 to 296. This is not Britain. This is not Britain. Wait a minute. I'm in France. 287. It retains its power in Britain and declares itself a superpower. This is some rare it law, you know? I think there's been it law in the past that I haven't paid attention to because, can you pay attention to anything in these videos? Karshik defeats the Charming Empire in a naval battle. 296, Julius Canos defeated England near Leicester, killed Alexis and withdrew from Fran. I don't like it when they say they withdrew from somebody. What's that mean? 297, work began on the construction of a new tower near Hadrian. King Stein II returns to Goliath. The first elevator was a shooting range north of the Latin ferocious animus. Right. Okay. I understand. And then, for some reason, it just skips to 1017. I don't know why. I didn't do it. Blame Wikipedia. If you want, let me talk to Larry Page. I don't know who owns Wikipedia. Let me talk to Mr. Wikipedia, please. 1017, she was found to be King of England in London. That's huge, she law. That's probably the biggest thing she's done. 1042, at Lambeth's wedding, he became King of England because of his alcoholism. That's how you become king. Succeeding Edward as Prime Minister. 1057, on the battlefield, his Scottish son, Mar, died on her way to Lambam, where he became King of Scotland. It's very confusing what's going on right now. 1086, the census starts with the results of some mobile books. Aren't all books mobile? 1100, William was shot during a hunt for a new wild animal in 2019. 1135, Henry died unhealthy. 1154, Stephen died of tuberculosis, and Henry's 100-year-old nephew, Henry I, was awarded the King of England prize. Congrats. Good prize, that. Quite old to get the prize. 1164, Henry II meditated with Markler in the London Constitution to bring the Catholic bishop guilty of peace crimes to court and present it in a secular court. You're guilty of peace crimes. You've been too peaceful. Here in the medieval period, we have to kill at least 3 people a day. 1192, Richard was arrested near Varney when he returned east on the order of the legendary Australian commander Leo Batavi. Richard was released after Austria received 50 tons of cash. 1237, Henry II of Scotland and Alexander II signed an agreement claiming British territory in Scandinavia Canpole, and Westland. Where are these places? 1249, Alexander III of Scotland died, and Alexander III ascended to the throne of Scotland. He's back. The return of the king, literally. 1266, the political entities of Scotland and Norway inherited the Spanish Treaty, which led to the demarcation of the Soviet Union. 1272, after the death of Henry X Num X. I don't know, is that actually Roman numerals? He's one of the numbers, one of the Henrys. Edward received the throne of the first generation of Englishmen. 1277, English United, which lasted until 1283. I hope it's you. I hope it's you. And to 1282, Assyria's Lenahate Khan resigned as throne. I think the throne was a person just sitting there. 1283, Duffy Abo Crawford died, and Wales were won by England. Don't talk about 1287. 1294, the madcap Apollodia. What? The huh? Well, you just can't make up words. What is madcap Apollodia? 1305, William Wallace, an anti-Japanese Scottish militant, has been arrested on court charges and confronted by Britain.
What's going on with you? What are you talking about?
The world's first racist. 1307, following the death of Edward, Edward became King of England in 2018. Took him a while, but he came back. They're all coming back. 1214, Scotland beat England in the Battle of Penang Burgoon. Huh? That sounds like some place in Cambodia. What's Burgoon? Is that some kind of goon burger that I don't want to taste? 1222, King Edward II defeated them on the battlefield of Poboris. 1227, Church 3, Edward Church. Edward II is killed. 1377, the death of his brother, Richard II, attracted the British king. I don't want to know. 1399, Henry Brooks gave birth to the British throne and became Henry IV. I mean, that's kind of a better reason to become king than you're an alcoholic. 1413, Henry IV is dead. Oh. And his son, Henry V. But he's also dead, or is just saying his, yeah. 1415, Henry V returns to England after a landslide victory on the battlefield of Arkansas. Well done. It's a landslide victory, bro. He won all the votes on the battlefield. And then Henry killed 4, and Edwards climbed to the British throne in 2018. A lot's happening in 2018. I was going to say a lot to look forward to, but then that's 6 years ago. 1509, England have arrested Henry VIII and Caitlin Arabio. Is this woman? What has she done? What has she done? 1534, a good job ago, as Henry VIII suggested. 1547, King Edward IV's hat. 1549, England is divided into the southern west. Up to the throne in England, says Marley. Thank you, Marley. 1560, the US Senate has passed a bill to reform churches in Scotland. I'm just going to ignore 1571, don't want to talk about that. 1582, this has sparked a row between the Knights of Edinburgh University in Scotland. Okay. Oi, oi. Whoa, what are you doing, mate? Where's me bloody armour gone? Whoa. 1587, Marley, the Queen of England. Okay, I can see why they were talking about English affairs now. And the Queen of Scots' decision to deliver the goods to Northamptonshire on the 8th of February. 1592, Scout and Asian Book 5 implements the Church of Scotland's Golden Rule Book, which has authority over the elderly community. 1605, Guy Fawkes. That's a good one. And others tried to undermine Queen James IV first and the British Parliament. 1606, in England, King James I declared a row between Virginia. Why do they keep having rows around here? 1625, England v Scotland, James IV. I'm dying. 1707, America was born and became queen. 1721, Robert Werber became the first president of the United States. Don't you remember? 1762, the third generation of Potterbury Studs has become president. And then 1763, Jerry Basriel, Zori. Is this some kind of like spell I've just cast? 1766, according to the Declaration of Independence, the new government has accepted it. The world's first steel bridge, an iron bridge, was built in Slovakia. Okay, thanks for the update. Thanks for the news. 1801, the United Kingdom and Uzbekistan are already involved. King III is the first king. 1809, he is president. Well then. 1810, the discovery of the ice monster was first discovered in Mary Anning. What ice monster? Hello? 1815, there was a battle for water. What's going on? 1833, slavery of the British Empire was confirmed in 1833. The Conservatives were born. 1838, apricot seals, two types of the word stamps. 1842, at the beginning of the peace, income tax was introduced. It's over. 1848, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels has expressed the hypocrisy of the communists. Pro-capitalist Karl Marx can't hurt you, he's not real. 1854, Dr. John Snow has discovered water contaminated with the virus. Hello? 1887, virus detective Sherlock Holmes first appears in the book. There's a lot of virus talk going on. 1901, Queen Victoria died and King Edward II takes the throne. He said he would be back. The Treaty of That Body was signed by Great Britain and France. 1911, Queen Mary is a latecomer. Under the Act of Parliament of 1918, more than 30 women were allowed to vote for the first time. Technically true. I think there's like several leaders in the country because Bonar Law becomes Prime Minister, Stanley Baldwin is the chairman, and Ramsamat is the president. In 1926, the England captain was not disappointed. According to the People's Congress Act of 1928, women have the right to choose men. Above the age of 21, okay? 1929, Ray became McDonald's vice president. After my autonomy in Canada, I noticed an increase in knowledge from Canada. And then 1934, LNE 34472222 FNOS 22 FNOS SNOFNOFSOS Allen is on the verge of a crackdown on The Hague. He's had enough. He's being persecuted for his name. 1938, Elnera 4468 Doncaster Greenery broke the record of the fastest field at 203 kilometers per hour. 1948, King Angie of the United States. I don't know what's going on over there. I think we have to ignore it. Otota thought it was the first budget and thought it was the word of the first author who thought it was the author's word. Roger Steyer had 4 minutes to go. Okay. I got some bad it law. 1965, it is dead. The 1967 Offences Act legalizes men over the age of 21. Finally. Before, when you reached 21, that was it. Made it pretty tricky for women to choose men over 21. 1971, the Liberal Democrats, a few days before the British digital currency. They got like crypto going on in the past. 1984, the attack on the British miners was a huge explosion and a struggle against the government's ban on British coal mining. Marguerite Silesia. 1986, the soap opera's Easter drama became the most popular show in the UK, with 30.1 million mirrors. That's a lot of mirrors. 1996, Dolly became the first mammal produced by Coke. He became president of Tanzania. Because why not? 2003, Britain and the United States invades Iraq. It was just some money. 2014, Scottish independence was transferred to the Soviet Union and moved quietly. Okay, Scotland's gone. That's just part of the Soviet Union now. Just write it off. Don't worry about it. 2016, Britain voted through the European Union and Qatar. 2018, the Prophet Muhammad was born in Cambridge. Okay. 2019, the resolution referred to the Brexit deal as a surrender to the current public, and the largest recall conference in history failed. 2021, 70-year-old British Princess Elizabeth II will take over the British throne on Thursday, and then Queen Elizabeth II dies at age 96. Damn. From Thursday to now, that aged her quite a lot. And then 2023, the king is Charles III, Camilla III. Camilla is king and throne of England, and president of Camilla and other parts of the Commonwealth. All hail Camilla, the true king.